Reports are suggesting that Arsenal are finally ready to trigger Nico Williams' release clause. However, this might not be the transfer that Arsenal really need. Let me break it down. Alright guys, welcome back to All About Arsenal. If you're a returning Gooner, you're welcome. If you're a first time Gooner, subscribe to my channel and let's get into it. So I know during the summer there was a lot of talk about Arsenal being linked with Nico Williams. There was heavy links about that, but as we can see, nothing materialized. He decided to actually stay at his club, Statistical Bilbao. But however, as we know, the transfer window has now opened. The January transfer window is open. So there's now a lot of talks re-emerging again that Nico Williams could be Emirates bound. But let's get into the news. So sources indicate that the Gunners are in ongoing discussion with the player's agent and are prepared to act swiftly to secure the signature of the Spanish star, who has a release clause of 58 million euros in his contract with the Bilbao side. And I think that'll work out to be about 52 million in pound sterling or something, 52, 53. Arsenal are waiting for Williams to give the green light to a move before proceeding, something they were unable to secure when they followed him last summer. Like I said, there was a lot of talk, there was a lot of links with Nico Williams. If the 22-year-old gives his thumbs up to the deal, Mikel Arteta's side are ready to trigger his release clause. The move would represent a more economic solution compared to AC Milan's Rafael Leao, another target for whom Arsenal have held conversations with, and he's valued between 75 to 80 million euros, significantly more than the Spanish international. The urgency to strengthen our side has been heightened by Bukayo Saka's injury, which is set to rule the England international out for up to 3 months. Saka's absence leaves a massive void on the right wing, and Arsenal's current depth in wide positions is a concern, which I'll definitely agree with. While Gabriel Martinelli and Trossard offer versatility, both are more comfortable on the left. Nico would likely become the first pick in this role, which I would imagine, but he could also provide cover for Saka on the right in the meantime. Additionally, Chelsea loan Raheem Sterling, as we know, he's been a big flop, who could provide cover, is also sidelined and has struggled to impress since arriving at the Emirates. Athletic, meanwhile, are prepared for Nico Williams to depart, having earmarked Norwich's Borja Sayans as his replacement. I don't know much about that guy. At 22, Nico Williams has emerged as one of Spain's most exciting talents. His blend of pace, technical skill and ability to play on either flank, which makes him an ideal fit for Mikel Arteta's system. As we know, Arteta loves versatility, and it would be great to have a player that is versatile that can play on the left and the right. Williams' affordable release clause also aligns with Arsenal's financial strategy, providing high quality at a reasonable price. So I do agree this does make sense in a financial perspective. Signing Williams would not only address Arsenal's immediate needs, but also add depth to their attacking options. His presence would create healthy competition for Saka, Martinelli and Trossard, ensuring Arsenal remains competitive across all competitions as they chase Liverpool in the Premier League title race and aim for success in Europe. Whether it's Williams or another marquee signing, the Gunners are determined to maintain their momentum and push for silverware this season. And rightly so. If we're trying to compete with Liverpool, which are having the time of their lives, we need depth in our squad. I don't think there's nothing too wrong with Arsenal's style and system of play. It's just more we don't have depth. For example, we need another attacking midfielder, another playmaker to cover for Odegaard. But most importantly, with Saka out, we do need somebody to fill out on those wide flanks. So could Nico Williams actually be the answer? He performed well at the Euros. He smashing job. He was a standout player along with Yamal. However, let's actually go into his stats, and there's a few things I'm personally a bit concerned about, and let me know what you think in the comments, but let's go into it. So I can see his stats right now. Nico Williams, nice young age, he's 22 years old. Primarily he plays on the left, Spanish international. But this is where things for me were a little bit concerning. And let me go to this particular section and let's look at his stats. So if you look at his stats for the 24-25 season, this season so far, he's had a total of 23 appearances, but only 7 goal contributions in 1,623 minutes. I think that's worrying. For what he showed us in the Euros and a player of his ability, he should be hitting pretty much the same stats as Saka at this moment in time. And after watching this, it really made me appreciate how great Bukayo Saka is as a player. Because the Spanish league is great, but not as competitive, tough, and as fast as the Premier League. So if this is the stats he's currently producing in Spain, I would be worried to think about what he'll do in the Premier League. But some people say, oh, forget that. He's got so much potential. He's such a good player. He's so talented. Yes, he's talented, but stats don't lie. And it's all about output. You could be a great player, but what are you producing? And that's what people don't really appreciate about Saka. He produces. And I'll admit these stats are a bit worrying. And why do I say that? Now, let me compare what Nico Williams has done so far. I know you're saying it's just the start of the season, but still, we still have to look at this. Look at Gabriel Martinelli. He's had 25 appearances across all competitions, and he has had 8 goal contributions. Pretty much the same with Nico Williams. So that's a little bit worrying in my opinion. This is what I'm thinking. I like Nico Williams. I think he's electrifying. I do think he'll do great things, but so far his stats are not reflecting on, his potential, or what he's able to do. What we saw in the Euros, he was electrifying. And yeah, I don't think this is really what, if we are going for a title, if we're trying to compete with Liverpool, if any other player brought these stats to you, what would you say? And I know this wouldn't be convincing at all, Whereas if we look at somebody like Christopher Nkunku, which I covered yesterday, he's had 27 appearances and he's had 16 goal contributions across all competitions. That is very good. He's Premier League proven, and he wouldn't cost as much, as Nico Williams, because his value's gone down like I described yesterday, and he's looking for a move. He's pushing for a move. I know this sounds a bit wild. I would actually leave Nico Williams for the summer and see how he does till the end of the season. He might be having a bit of a dip in form, I don't know. But at this moment in time, if we're chasing a title, we need somebody who's ready to hit the ground running. Like I said, Matthias Cunha will be good, but he's the main talisman for Wolves. So I think Nkunku would be a good move rather than Nico Williams at this moment in time. And I know some people are going to blast me in the comments, but this is up for discussion. I'm just going by what I see. I would rather go for somebody who has 16 goal contributions in 27 games and is Premier League ready, Premier League proven, rather than somebody who is not and not doing as well as I think he should be doing. To be honest, right now with Nico Williams, I would be expecting him to have about 12 or 13 goal contributions, knowing the type of quality he brings or can bring. But more importantly, this could be another deal breaker in regards to Nico Williams, wages. And I've known before that Athletic Bilbao, one of the reasons why a lot of players stay with them is because they play very, very, very well. They pay well. Look at my screen, you can see he's on 165 base, no bonus, 3-year contract, and his contract is due to expire in 2027. But he has a release clause of £47 million. So I got the euro conversion wrong. That is very doable for Arsenal. That is very doable. As a long-term project, I know I'm going off a bit of a tangent. Nico Williams is great for a long-term project. If we're looking for somebody to have an immediate impact now, based upon what I'm seeing in the stats, I do have my reservations. I do have my concerns. As a weekly salary, 22 years old, coming to Arsenal on that type of salary, boy, 165 from what I saw in the Euros, he's worth it. Right now, I probably wouldn't say he is. He would probably take a slight dip, in my opinion. He might be on about 130, 140. I'm just saying that because, what I'm seeing from his stats so far, and I know some people might say I'm just talking about stats, but that is output. That's the only way to actually judge how good a player is, in what they're producing. Arsenal could easily meet those wages. Whether they'll pay him that much, they probably would, because they're probably desperate. Not probably desperate, they are desperate. But that's not something Mikel Arteta would show. That's not something that we would put on display. But there you have it. Nico Williams, Arsenal are looking to trigger his release clause. It is around a lot of websites at the moment. A lot of sports journalists are reporting on this. The BBC also releases as well. So let me know what you think in the comments. Based upon what I've said, do you think this would be the best move? Or should we go for somebody that's Premier League proven like Cunha? Or I would say Christopher Nkunku probably looks the best option at this moment in time. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll be back with another transfer video. Peace.